So Stormtrooper is looking to go all the way through the winner bracket. Add Jorby. I'm not actually in charge of the squad stream, guys. Shogun is. So you need to tell Shogun to add Jorby to the squad stream. Shogun is the one who started it. Yeah, just click on, go to Shogun. These guys might be typing in. I need to tell them in party. Go. Because they might be typing in. Yeah, they're probably typing to me in the lobby chat and I can't read that. Yeah, we do have some other matches going on right now, as you guys all know by now. If you want to catch them, just go check out the squad stream or use the exclamation mark Fusion Streams command in chat and it will give you a link to all of the other casters who are covering Fusion Qualifier matches today. Right here, we're going to be finishing off Fusion Qualifier today with Stormtroopers versus Endpoint. And secondly, we're going to be going to the last qualification match, which is forecasted to be Singularity versus SRG, which would be an absolute banger. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, let's get into this one first of all. Endpoint definitely the favorites here. I do think that Stormtroopers have a great chance though, if apparently Jack can keep showing up in the 1v1. That's the key for them. But hey, good start for Endpoint. Relating Wave, getting a good 50-50. Virtuoso taking a break from demoing everybody on the planet. And he is going to get the opening goal for them. I would still be surprised if Endpoint lose this, even if Jack does go 2-0 in the 1v1. You know, it's going to be tricky for Stormtroopers to beat a very in-form Endpoint team. They're going to have to beat them in 3v3 or 2v2 at least once. I think 2v2 is probably their best bet. Yeah, Shogun started the squad stream, guys. So he's in charge of adding people to it. But somebody told me Shogun's offline. I thought he was still going to be streaming. Maybe he's gone. I was pretty sure Shogun is going to be live right now. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's gone. Chance early for Endpoint to extend their lead. You know, of all the changes to the roster, this is something we're very used to seeing them do. Shogun is live. Thanks, guys. Good to know. It's only subpar stop streaming for now. Relating Wave, double touch, high above the goal. He puts it into the bar, but the follow-up from Metza makes it 2-0. And Endpoint have looked pretty flawless in this contained strategy. They're stealing boost. They're taking 50-50s from good angles. They're beating Stormtroopers to the ball. And if they can keep this up, it's going to be very hard. Look at Virtuoso. He cheated up so close to the kickoff. He just demoed someone. He's still going for it. I think Virtuoso's flipped a switch, guys. He's just demoing everybody. Shall we switch to only Virtuoso cam? I think you guys probably want that. He's coming for a ceiling demo. So I love watching Virtuoso play Rocket League. Let's just watch him for a while. See what he's getting up to. He's probably going to try and... Yep, demo. Apparently Jack in the wall, of course. Now he's going to try and get ahead of us here. Yep. Flying demo on apparently Jack. Apparently Jack sees it coming. You actually 100% despise Virtuoso's demo playstyle. I love it. I'm a huge fan. I completely disagree. But you know, he does stop demoing and make plays every now and again, and that's what really catches people off guard. Guys, a lot of you are asking me to add Jorby. I'm not in charge of this squad stream. I can't add him. Shogun is. He has to do it. But yeah, you can go watch Jorby's stream for the SRG match. Should be happening over there. We're just going to stay on Virtuoso Cam for now until this game gets interesting. It should be quite an easy win for Endpoint from this point forward. Yeah, is Jorby on the Fusion streams command at least? He should be, just so people can go to his stream directly. I think he should be. Okay, a little bit of space for Polar here. He's really got no support in that play. Virtuoso, of course, making a boost steal while his team are defending. This is something that Endpoint are really underrated for, is Metanoris and Relating Wave's ability to 2v3 defend is huge. It really is what enables Virtuoso to play the way he does and to do it so well. Might think it's just Virtuoso running riot and Metza and Relating Wave not really doing much at times, but they have to do 50% more in defense because Virtuoso's never there. Virtuoso's always in attack. Not the best center there by Virtuoso. The boost ceiling of Endpoint has really prevented Stormtroopers from leaving their half very often in this one. But don't forget, Stormtroopers, they took a game off Dig in threes. They could definitely do it to Endpoint. That's a fantastic pass. Apparently Jack more than just a ones main. Check out that vision. Just drops it straight down. And Dead Monster not going to miss from there. We've got a game, guys. Took a while for Stormtroopers to wake up. But they did wake up, and they've got a chance in this one. It's like a lot of people getting kicked out of the party. Or just Relating Wave getting kicked out of the party by Rocket League. That's unfortunate. Oh, the boost steal's still coming in for Endpoint. This is a big problem for Stormtroopers. They just can't get any counterattacks going. Oh, that was a chance though. Metza let it bounce off the post. But he will guide it to safety. We've got 30 seconds left in the game. Still Endpoint, looking like the heavy favorites. At least for the 3v3. You know, 2v2, bit more difficult to predict, and then the 1v1 is where apparently Jack probably has the edge. Although Relating Wave might have a thing or two to say about that. But all Endpoint need is to keep this under control. They don't want to take any big risks now, with only 4 seconds left in the game. Relating Wave over the top of 2. Dead Monster will keep it up, but this is a pretty tough position to get anything out of. Dead Monster's done a fantastic job though. Polar with some help running on ahead of him. Metza's still going to get the save though. Apparently Jack was trying to demo Metza in that play. You know, Dead Monster did a lot of work there, but they're not going to get rewarded immediately. Still, the ball stays in the air. Apparently Jack fake clears it. Now Virtuoso bumps him from behind. You know, credit to Solar. Apparently Jack and Dead Monster for keeping this game alive. They've got another chance here, and Metza with a flying save. Wow, this is impressive for Stormtroopers to keep this going as long as they have. Surely the game has to end. No, the ball's still going to bounce up in the air. This is an outrageous 0-second play. And it looks like Dead Monster and apparently Jack are going to get another attack going. Surely now it's over. It is. And that is how Endpoint take the 3v3. You know, when you look at the game as a whole, they look pretty comfortable, but that is a really scary 0-second play that they had to hang on for. And they get the job done. We're getting set up for the 2v2 now. And wow. 100 gifted subs from RJC. RJ Serious. That's all I've got to say about that. Thank you so much, my friend. And thank you to everybody who has been subbing on today's stream. I know I haven't been able to do shoutouts and there haven't been alerts popping up, and we have had no Brian on this stream. I'm sure you all understand why. But I can see the alert window to my left. If there weren't as many of you subbing as there have been, I would try to do shoutouts, but we've had way too many subs to ever catch up. So I will do a global thank you guys very incredibly much for supporting this stream as much as you have. I'm glad that you're all enjoying the Fusion Qualifier so far. Hopefully we get a lot more good games for you guys to enjoy throughout the day and throughout the night. We've got NA coming up immediately after the EU stream. That one I'll probably have to be a little bit more quiet for, because it's already 9 PM. It's going to be 5 in the morning, roughly, when I finish the NA one. Going to need to maybe reduce the volume on my end. And Metza already given his team the 1-goal lead. And Endpoint just look just as good in 2s as they did in the 3v3 to start that one off. How's the SRG series going? Has that one been underway yet? Any updates from Twitch chat on that one? You guys are updating me now. I'll update you guys after the game, but for now you guys are updating me. Oh, Relating Wave lost a lot of power in his shot there because he accidentally diagonally flipped. If he side flipped there, it would have been much better. Game 1, Barcelona are winning. That's impressive. You know, SRG today not having a good day in the 3v3, but their 2v2 and 1v1 should be able to carry them through. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Side flip, I know you guys know how much I like the side flips, but there's a good reason. That shot would have been better with one. Dead Monster and apparently Jack, they were able to get a 2v2 win against Dignitas with this lineup. But Metza and Relating Wave, I think they've yet to lose 2v2 today. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. FCB 3-0. FCB having a great day in the 3v3. I really didn't know what to expect from Barcelona with Seeb on the roster, because Seeb definitely hasn't played at this level of competition before. This is a big test for him, like I've said a few times already. But he's showing up clearly, because Barcelona, they've taken 3 goals past SRG already. Relating Wave opting for the bump in that play. This isn't a good position for Endpoint. Tough angle for Metza, and he can't get on the right side of the ball. He was totally compromised by the positioning here. Just popped up in an awful spot. And Metza tried to get a delayed touch on that one to catch off, to surprise Dead Monster, but Dead Monster saw it coming, he delayed his shot. Oh, look at the fake kickoff strategy by Dead Monster. He's just driven straight past the ball, demoed his opponent. Relating Wave is back to get the save. You gotta watch out for the kickoff strats in 2s. Way more prevalent than in 3v3 and a lot more deadly because you can sneak those demo plays in with fake kickoffs and create some extremely unstoppable strategies, as if there are different levels of unstoppable. You know, this has to be a win for... I really do feel like this has to be a win for Stormtroopers if they want to get a win in this series. Because I think Jack is definitely capable of winning both the 1v1s. He's been playing great in 1s today. But then you got to think Endpoint picked the 3v3, and then they're the heavy favorites. They've been so impressive in 3s recently. Mesa just missed a double touch there. Dead Monster went for a delayed touch on the flick. Relating Wave, patient as always. Gets it back. Wait, Sandor Gaming came back 3-all. What a game, man. You guys, if you're not watching Jorby's stream as well, you should definitely turn it on. That sounds like an absolute banger of a series waiting to happen. Jack, 1v1 with Metza. Relating Wave trying to get back and help. Dead Monster in support. Metza with a save. Great supporting play by both teams there. But Metza, Norris MVP with a huge save. Relating Wave bounces it clear. Now Metza's 1v1 with Dead Monster, who's going to shut him down. Now both these guys are good in 1s. Dead Monster and apparently Jack, if I'm not mistaken. Well, apparently Jack might be top 10 in 1s. I think Dead Monster's definitely top 100 if I'm not mistaken. So, in these 1v1s positions, you'd expect them to be the favorites, but you have to remember as well that when you have a 1v1 spot like that in 2v2, it does play out very differently to how it does in 1v1. You don't have the time in 2s to slow play. You have to go quick. You know that somebody's going to be demoing you from behind or challenging you, but Dead Monster will get the 1v1 play onto a very hesitant looking Relating Wave. Wow. That is surprising. To see Relating Wave just totally give up on a challenge at the near post like that, put himself in a position where he cannot get a save. And this is exactly what Stormtroopers needed. If they can hang on here, then suddenly they're going to be the ones who are favorites to win the series, because apparently Jack can, I think, 2-0 Endpoint in 1v1. The high pitch speed is a Twitch glitch. Is there a glitch today with the high pitch? I was wondering about this because I've seen a couple people asking about the high pitchness, and I'm thinking, I don't sound high pitched to me because I can hear my own voice through my headphones when I'm casting on this setup, and I sound exactly the same. So good to know it's been a Twitch glitch. Do you just have to refresh to fix it? Thanks for keeping that under control, guys. Helping people out to fix it. Well, a comeback win. This will be for Dead Monster and apparently Jack. Relating Wave and Metza. They were on easy street, but now it's gotten a whole lot harder, and it might be about to get harder still. That's a risky boost steal by apparently Jack. He's left Dead Monster alone briefly. And that's the problem. They could have easily conceded there. And it all went back to that mistimed boost steal by apparently Jack, but they have not been punished now. Oh, that's just game over if they let it drop, and they do. And the party is destroyed to celebrate a Stormtroopers victory over Endpoint. And just like that, this series has been completely turned on its head. Prepare yourselves, guys, for apparently Jack 1v1. Is he going to show up for his team like he has on every other series today in 1s? This is going to be incredibly interesting. Now, Relating Wave, far from a huge underdog in this matchup. He is definitely capable of making an upset win here. But apparently Jack, definitely the favorite. He should get this game, and that would give Stormtroopers the full control of the series. They would get to choose that Game 5 matchup should it come. Now let's see how he plays it. I mean, apparently Jack has had success in 1s. I mean, both these guys have had relative success, although apparently Jack more so. off stream today, but is it going to be the same on stream? You all know how much the pressure can make a difference, and that's just in. I think Relating Wave's getting the lead here. Oh no, it's actually off the post and the bar. Huge misfortune for Relating Wave. We should have had the lead there off a good challenge, but now it's actually apparently Jack who's going to take the lead. Oh my goodness, he's missed as well. Both players unable to convert, completely open nets. It's still Jack on the goal line. Relating Wave boost starved. But that could very easily have been 1-0. What is going on here? Jack with another ceiling shot. He's not been afraid to fire these early. Jack looking pretty clean with the wave dashes. That's not good news for Relating Wave, because you can tell a lot about somebody by the way that they're moving. That's confidence from Jack. Fakes a shot at the near post. Went for the mind game instead. And Relating Wave has just been completely destroyed at the near post. And that's not what you want to see if you're an Endpoint fan. You know what? I'll reiterate. The loser of this series are not out of the tournament. They're not out of the qualifier. But they will be in the lower bracket finals tomorrow. Winner qualifies. Stormtroopers could straight up qualify for the tournament today. What result that would be. Proving everybody wrong. That's a fantastic save. Apparently Jack's got good plays at both sides of the field right now. Relating Wave, just like expected, looking second best in the matchup. And the problem arises once again when you have someone who can dominate a ones match like Jack seemingly can. Comebacks become so unlikely, and this does mean that Relating Wave, he's got to come up with a game plan change here. Clearly what's happening right now is not working. SRG, did SRG win 3v3 in overtime? That's crazy. I mean, now that's probably just a sweeping win then for SRG. 2v2 and 1v1, they're the heavy favorites. Scrub lost? Wait, who does Scrub lose to? What is going on? Amad flip reset. Oh, wow. I can't wait to go back and watch all these qualifier games. That's the best thing about having all these different casters for the event coming in and streaming qualifier matches. They obviously just give the community so much more content. Hey, look at this. Relating Wave's back in the game. You know, I maybe wrote him off way too fast. In fact, I probably did, because all it took was one goal and now a kickoff in his favor, and he's right back in this. Relating Wave, very, very difficult to get out of a series. Such a calculated player. Sometimes too much so, it makes him predictable. But Jack needs to keep his eye on him. Sneaking in a long shot. It's off the post, but Jack will get the boost seal. Overall, a good trade for him. Dement beat Scrub. So wait, didn't Dement beat OSM earlier and people were making fun of OSM, and now Dement's beat Scrub as well? Dement might just be a beast in once in this format. He's insane. Credit to him. That's a nice aerial shot by apparently Jack. He sets it up with a glorious first touch as well. Yeah, Dement's beating OSM and Scrub. That is incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive to do under this much pressure. I mean, this has to be the ultimate pressure that has ever happened in a 1v1 match for Rocket League. 'Cause not only do you have your own results in the line, but your whole team relying on you to win. SRG got the wins. SRG came back from 3-0 down to win against Barca. That's crushing. I mean, I can't see them losing from there, surely. That's what's dangerous about SRG. I mean, even if they lose all the threes, they're probably still going to win ones and twos. They're just that good at those game modes. And they can win 3v3s, as we saw in TEI. Yeah, got to go watch this Ahmad goal, apparently. SRG always bringing the clips. Jack's bringing the clips as well. That's some nice side to side. He's got Relating Wave in a very awkward position here. Tries to catch him out of goal with the half flip flick, but Relating Wave just staying on the ball here. Actually gets Jack to turn away first. That was a game of chicken. Relating Wave just said, no, I'm not going to leave this one. I'm going to follow it all the way. You better go get the mid boost. Because at some point, Relating Wave is going to get the advantage in that play. Jack snaps a wall shot in. That's really great execution. And for all the players to get caught off his goal line, Relating Wave is rarely one of them. Look at the power that Jack was able to generate there. Relating Wave didn't see it coming. Always got to keep an eye on that, though. We saw plenty of those going against Fairy Peak earlier today. Power shots, just as much a part of the ones game as they ever have been. That's a phenomenal first touch by Jack. He secured the boost with that, but the second touch not so good. Gives away possession. Now Relating Wave might go for the demo. He's looking for it. Jack just escaped him. Looks like Relating Wave with the boost seal will take control of the position. Gonna go for the early shot, and that's in. Jack couldn't get there. Relating Wave did not panic, even though this didn't play out exactly according to plan initially. 4-4 in the ones game. This really is the game, I feel, that's going to decide the series. It's definitely the most important game of the series. You know, we've had close games throughout, but Jack does, I think, have the edge here. Might not look like it on the score sheet, but he's had full control of this game, really. Apart from a few moments where Relating Wave was able to assert his authority. Jack threatening a goal here. Oh, that's a pretty poor shot, though. Will recover in for the boost seal, or will he? Relating Wave gets it. Now Jack with a misplay. And that is exactly what he wants to avoid. You can't overextend like this in the corner when you've got low boost. If you're not flipping onto the boost, if you're flipping and then having a little bit of driving to do, that's a window of opportunity for your opponent to bump you. Relating Wave capitalizes. Now can he get the lead? This is a huge chance for Relating Wave and for Endpoint. Not the best shot though. Jack back in control. Now you can cross over to the left here. Relating Wave would be in trouble. That's a decent flick as well. Relating Wave's up and misses. Jack has hit the post though, and not for the first time. He has given away a wonderful opportunity to take the lead. Relating Wave fell for the flick. He thought it was on target. It wasn't. Jack fakes a long shot, brings the ball under control. What a close game we're seeing here. Jack is going to take it on zero though. He just beat Relating Wave to the punch. And it's a heartbreaker for Relating Wave, who thought he'd done enough by bumping Jack off the ball here. But look at the brake check by Jack. He just slammed on the brakes. Let Relating Wave drive in front of him and then put the ball in the open net. That's a huge read. You know, if Relating Wave had managed to lock the two cars together there was no way for Jack to shoot, but Jack hit the brakes. Relating Wave missed him. And Stormtroopers have a 2-1 lead and a guarantee of getting to pick Game 5 should it be needed here. Insane run by Stormtroopers through this bracket. Absolutely insane. Who would have expected this? Now, tough choice for Endpoint as well. They just lost the 2v2. They won the 3v3, but it definitely wasn't easy. Surely Endpoint pick 3s here for game number 4. That has to be the winning pick, in my opinion. Yeah, Endpoint taking a while here to choose the matchup. They do have time to confer. SRG are destroying Barcelona in 2v2. Yeah, it's expected, in my opinion. I expect SRG to dominate the 2s and the 1s in that matchup, and 3s is the only one that I can see Barca having a chance in. But hey, we'll see. Barcelona do have a bit of flexibility with their 1v1 player, with both Devo and Ronicky showing a willingness to play 1s in the game mode. Barcelona losing 5-0. Oh my goodness. So we're just waiting for Endpoint to choose the matchup for the next round. If they're talking in party chat here, I mean, do we have anyone who's coach of Endpoint or Stormtroopers in chat right now? Did they pick 2v2? No, surely they picked 3v3. No way do Endpoint pick 2v2 here. Okay, looks like they picked 2v2 because we're waiting for more people to join the lobby. They can just start the game whenever they're ready, guys. I didn't tell them to wait at all. Okay, there we go. 3v3. Endpoint need to win in this match, or else they are sent to the lower bracket finals, which will happen tomorrow. One of the 4 lower bracket finals. Maybe I should just call it lower bracket qualification matches, because there isn't really a final in this qualifier format. But can they do it? I mean, can Endpoint get another win in 3s? They won by a single goal in the first 3v3 game. They were in control for the majority of it. Virtuoso is looking incredibly impactful with the demos. But then Endpoint kind of fell off a little bit, and Stormtroopers started to come back. Now, Stormtroopers, they just beat Dignitas in 3v3 in the previous round. Dignitas Joria's edition, of course, but still, a very strong Dignitas roster. The Stormtroopers, they could just win it all right here. I think it's more likely that Stormtroopers get the upset win in this game than Endpoint get the upset in the final. Oh, that's a great save. And Jack is there for the follow-up as well. What a stop on the goal line. Keep Stormtroopers level here. Yeah, you guys probably like... You can go either way on that one. I mean, the 1v1 and the 3v3 were so close. 2v2 as well. I think every game mode in this matchup is pretty close, but I just feel, you know, if Jack can iron out these really like crazy misplays, like missing 2 completely open nets, then he wins that matchup in quite one-sided fashion. A lot of the other goals that Red Lightning Wave was scoring were apparently Jack unforced errors, and I say, oh my goodness, speaking of unforced errors from apparently Jack, he's hit the bar on another uncontested shot. I mean, maybe Endpoint can rely on apparently Jack to make mistakes for no reason in the last game, because it has happened quite a lot in the past 2. I mean, pressure's got to be at an all-time high for this guy. This is by far the biggest game he's been in his Rocket League career, and to have to go 1v1 with everything riding on it, one game as well, essentially, at the end of the series, that's where it goes to. Like, that is just ridiculous pressure. You're talking more pressure than I think any other, like, 1v1 match that's ever happened. Maybe only things like 12 Titans finals, Salt Mine finals can join that conversation, I would say. Metsunoris doing his best Virtuoso impression there, getting his bump game on. Great ball chasing there by Virtuoso. Didn't want to give any space to Stormtroopers on that counter attack, and overall it does still look like Endpoint have an advantage here. It's that Virtuoso factor that just gives them the edge, I think. He is the most unpredictable player on this field. Everything that Stormtroopers do, although it's solid, although it's capable, it's not really surprising Endpoint at all. Virtuoso at any moment could just be demoing their whole team. Oh, that's a miss though! And that's 1-0. Stormtroopers ahead. Relating Wave and Metza were left alone at the back here for a good while, and usually they do this perfectly. But now, as they're facing a Stormtroopers team who might be more well-rounded than them, they start to fall apart. And I mean, is there really any question after what we've seen so far this series that Stormtroopers are the more well-rounded team? I think Endpoint have the edge in 3s, 2v2, maybe could go either way, but 1, I think it's probably more one-sided in favor of Stormtroopers, just marginally, then the 3v3 is in favor of Endpoint. That's just my analysis of this as I watch it live. Maybe I'll watch this back and have a different idea. Oh my goodness, Jack again with very interesting touch. Does tend to make some interesting touches every now and again. There's no question in the mechanics of Stormtroopers. They're really finding form here when it matters most. Looking to go one better. I think they made top 8, or no, is it top 9 in the Spring Series qualifiers. Looking to go top 4 here in the Fusion qualifiers. And they're hanging on with some great defensive saves. 1 minute and 20 seconds for Endpoint, who, remember, took quite a while to pick this matchup. They clearly didn't enjoy it all that much. Dead Monster uncontested. He's going to put it too slow. But with barely over a minute left to play, you're running dry on opportunities. If you're Endpoint, you need to do something and do it soon. That lower bracket is scary. There's a lot of teams down there that you really don't want to run into. Remember, those matches are going to happen tomorrow, guys. First half of the EU qualifier today. Metza with a free touch. He's popped it up high, but Relating Wave runs out of boost mid-aerial. A Virtuoso shot actually causes some problems, but Metza's too close for the follow-up. 40 seconds left. Endpoint starting to pile on the pressure, and Metza scores. The boost ran dry for the Stormtroopers defense, and after numerous attempts on goal, they found one that could not be saved. 38 seconds left. Endpoint trying to send us into a game 5. A game 5 that would surely end up being a 1v1. I mean, I say that, but you never know. Maybe Stormtroopers believe in the 2v2 as well. They did win that one in this matchup. One interesting prospect to game 5 would be 20 seconds left in regulation time. Metza's way out the game here. A moment of 3v2 for Stormtroopers. Dead Monster tries to put it off the back wall. Relating Wave with the read. That's it. That because there were options there for Stormtroopers. They could have gone infield, could have gone for a dribbling play, could have gone for a ceiling play. They did go for the backboard, the good old fashioned. Maybe trying to surprise Endpoint with simplicity. One more goal would send Stormtroopers into the Fusion tournament. 3 upcoming players in the region up against 3 established players. And they're making them work for this one. Harder than I've ever seen Endpoint work before. Dead Monster shuts down, Relating Waves clear. That's a nasty pop on target though. Virtuoso's redirected it in. And look at this from Metza. The ball just spilled into the middle. And he managed to shoot that on target in reverse. Virtuoso dunks Polar on the goal line. And we are going to Game 5. Virtuoso knows that Game 5 is not going to be for him. He leaves. I mean, maybe a bit of an early leave there by Virtuoso. There's a chance that Stormtroopers pick the 3v3. But really, I see no other option here for Stormtroopers than choosing 1v1. It was a close score in that 1v1 game. But I do feel that stylistically, Jack has full control of that matchup. He will be the one to decide who wins and loses. If he plays well, they win. If he misses 2 open nets and scores an own goal, I think they lose. But I only bring that up because he did miss 2 open nets in the last 1v1 that they played. But it is going to be ones. Everybody vacates the lobby for Jack versus Relating Wave. This is going to be tense. This has got to be the ultimate pressure. Game 5 to qualify for the Fusion EU Finals. And it's all on you. Jack against Relating Wave. Oh, what a start though for Jack. You don't get any better than that when it comes to placement. Relating Wave was in a tough spot, but would it have mattered? With a shot like this, you can't even get close. 1-0 already, 7 seconds in. And of course, as always, a lot of this will come down to kickoffs. Kickoffs so mechanical. Of course, almost, I would say, 90% mechanics, 10% strategy. It's one of the first things that falls off when pressure reaches an all-time high. But, you know, just like the last time these two played, Jack is the one dictating the flow of the game. He's deciding where the game's going to be played. He's deciding what boost Relating Wave is allowed to take. This time Relating Wave's found a way to take control, albeit briefly. But Jack, not interested in that. Fires long. Relating Wave with a woo. Just watches helplessly as another shot flies in out of reach. That's huge power by Jack off the wall. Now there's an element to ball chasing there. Jack didn't have much boost, but you don't need boost if you're just going to shoot into an open net. 2-0 and Jack wins another kickoff. This is going to be rough for Relating Wave. Jack on the back wall, threatening the dish at the far post. And he's up by 3. And this is more like how I thought this matchup could go. Unfortunately for Relating Wave, Jack is just popping off today. Look at the delay on that shot. If he just tried to shoot that one immediately as he came off the back wall, Relating Wave would have saved it. But no, he took 1 touch to go over it. And then another touch to put it in. Crazy stuff by Jack. And he's not yet blundered hugely. Almost, just as I say that, gets caught out of position. But we haven't seen any open net misses. We haven't seen any free goal giveaways. Relating Wave, fortunately for him, did land on the boost in that play, but Jack bumps him away from it. That's really smart to stay relevant in the play. Relating Wave didn't get the boost there. It's just spawned. Jack knew that. Went back for it. He's tried to pre-flip to get this clear. Relating Wave just too good in the position though. And that's the first real risk that Jack's taken all series. That pre-flip forced Jack to land under the ball. Relating Wave saw that. He just plowed straight through the middle of it. And there was really only one play there for Jack once Relating Wave wins the 50-50. I feel like he has to make a play on the ball, put it into the corner, but he just left it. Demo attempt by Jack. Relating Wave reads it, jumps over him. But you know, in this play, Jack just accelerates the game. He wants this to be a quick game. Both players moving as fast as possible. And you know, both players really having a mechanical battle. Relating Wave wants this to be a battle of the mind games. He wants it to be all about positioning. But it's difficult to get that sort of game going. Oh, especially if you miss open nets like this. Jack got caught out of position again. SNG lost. Wait, SNG or lower bracket? Please confirm. Oh, it's 2-1. SRG. Okay, wait, SRG lost the 1v1? No way. What is going on here in the off-stream matches? Nothing that you guys are saying makes sense. SNG lost. Okay. What's the... Are SRG sweeping? Surely SRG are sweeping it if 1v1 is all they need. 4-1 to Khaled. Okay, right. Order is restored in my mind. I was thinking... I was going to be so impressed at either Devo or Roniki. If they beat Khaled in 1v1, I was going to be amazed. And, you know, that would make that series really interesting. SNG out. Wait, SNG are in the lower bracket? What? That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely wild. I need to go and get updates for you guys after this series is over. We're almost done here. But we've got one more game here. And Relating Wave is making it a real one. Jack was up 3-0. It looked like he was on cruise control to victory, but now Relating Wave coming back, and he's got a solid position here. Delays the flick. Oh, what a mind game by Relating Wave. Even I thought he was going to pull the trigger on this one. Jack completely ruined. This Relating Wave just bounces one through. And you have to admit, the best way to tie the game is with a mind game. Now you've got to be inside Jack's head. Relating Wave really coming back here in stylistic fashion. Jack denies him at the far post. Now this is an open net for Jack, and he's, I think, just missed it. Once again, you know, I said he can lose this with these kind of blunders coming into his play, but that's the first one that's really been a complete freebie given away. Relating Wave trips up Jack, and he's got the slow motion open net. He's going to get there with a wave dash. But Jack down by 1 because he had the boost advantage, and he just pressed the issue too far. He thought there's no way that he doesn't recover faster than Relating Wave here. Forgot to think about the fact that Relating Wave might bump him as they go past each other. Well, where do you go now? Jack has to pull something out of the bag. Relating Wave ahead, but Jack responds. What a game between these two, and what a series this has been. Endpoint look like they might be up against it, but they've made this one completely even. Final minute of the final game of the final round in the winner's bracket. Who is going to clutch it? Is someone going to choke it? Not Jack yet. He smashes Relating Wave out of the picture. Relating Wave saw the bump coming, but he couldn't avoid it. He was hoping Jack would fly over him here, but Jack just spirals down. Demos him nearer to the ground than the ball. With a minute and 1 left, he's already back in the lead. Jack getting a flip reset on Relating Wave's car there. Relating Wave actually bumped off the ball briefly, but Jack does give it away. 50 seconds left. Relating Wave plays for the boost steal. Oh, he's just pushed Jack into it though. That's going to work out well for him though, because Jack actually concedes a long shot. And you know what looked like it might be a bad position for Relating Wave turns into a good one, because even though he didn't get a demo there, he just ended up pushing Jack into the boost. Jack went for the boost steal instead of turning around and contesting that shot. That's not a good touch by Jack actually. Trying to be a bit greedy with it, not jump into the first touch. And Relating Wave has taken the lead. Another twist in the tail. Jack left motionless on the last 2 goals. He was just sitting still as the ball crosses his line. Somehow Relating Wave has found a way to take control and be the boss of this matchup. Oh, Jack saw him coming in for the pinch challenge. Is that an open net? I think it is. No, Relating Wave's going to get there. And that's great defense by Relating Wave again. Relating Wave going for the rebound near post. Jack didn't respect it. 10 seconds left. Can Jack get another 0-second goal like he did in the first game? He's not gone for a bad strategy here to get one, and he puts it in. 5 seconds left. And Relating Wave is being undone by these air dribble bumps. Genius by Jack. I mean, it's an all-in move, but you got to go all in with 5 seconds left. I was wondering how much pressure there must be on these guys with a minute left on the clock. How about 5 seconds? How about overtime? Is that where we're headed? It does look like it. I don't think Jack wants any piece of this play. Too risky from that angle. Overtime we go to decide. Endpoint versus Stormtroopers. And Jack is first up in the play. Relating Wave gives it to him. It's another bump. And it's another goal. Jack takes it with 3 huge air dribble bumps. And Relating Wave couldn't stop any of them. He tried to stay outside of his goal to make all these saves. And it just wasn't the right strategy. Jack was too accurate. And Stormtroopers have advanced to the EU finals for Fusion. That is unbelievable. Insanely clutch by Jack there. I mean, that must feel pretty good to get the wins for your team in 2 1v1s. Wow. Right, let's go and give you guys bracket updates, because I know that there are lots of them, and we don't have much time before we get started with the last match of the day for the EU qualifier, which is going to be Nameless against SRG, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's take a look at the lower bracket first. Aeriality versus John McDonald's, Happy Meal and Sauce versus Storybud yet to come. Yeah, Shaky and Celestial going to game 5. Wow. So the 1v1 is the match that Shaky have decided to put all their money on. That's interesting. Momentum coming out of KSA, beating Flake's team. Huge result for them there. You know, congratulations for advancing to day 2 of the competition. They're still alive. I'm going to put some music on instead of this Rocket League crowd background, which is sounding a bit tinny there. I think there's some bug that sometimes it goes high pitched, but yeah, Flake's team just not able to do as well as we thought they would. Johnny looking tired. Just wait until 4 in the morning when I'm casting the last NA qualifier game. I think I'm going to take a break after. I'm not going to stay live for the whole time, by the way. After I stream SRG versus Nameless here, I'll be going offline. Now, I think some of the other I'm pretty sure some of the other streamers for the Fusion qualifier will be staying online, so you can follow along with them, but I've got to go get food after this one. I had no breaks here.